Hey everybody, Ryan here coming at you with another video. This is actually my fifth attempt at filming this video. I was doing direct to YouTube uploads and something going on with the internet or YouTube, they kept cutting me off. So this is outside of direct to YouTube. I'm just doing it directly onto my computer this time, and I'll render it and send it on to YouTube. But today we're going to be talking about 1954's Japanese film Sansho The Bailiff, directed by Kenji Mizoguchi. And this is a director who's up there with, Kurosawa is one of the most influential filmmakers to come out of Japan. And I could definitely see why. I haven't really been exposed to his works, but this is the first one. And I've always wanted to, because film critics like Roger Ebert and a lot of cinephiles in the YouTube community, especially foreign film fans, just have always praised this film. And so I decided to go ahead and give it a shot. I want to give a shout out to 99 Filmo. He is a friend of mine here on YouTube who, due to his videos and his recommendations and just the constant praising of this film in his videos, has really led me to just blind buying it, which most of my Criterion has been blind bought anyways, but I went ahead and bought it. And great YouTuber, great opinions on films, and he's just an awesome guy, so definitely go check him out. His link will be in the description box. Give him a sub and tell him I sent you. And so Sansho The Bailiff, 1954. This film is basically about survival in the face of evil, I guess is the way to explain it. Not all humans have always been nice, and throughout periods of history there's been groups of people that have been, basically oppressed, and some governments have oppressed people. This is about a period of time in Japanese history when the government had a lot of, corruption and just, the movie portrays it as very evil tendencies with slavery and, tearing people apart and stuff like that. And, most countries have that kind of a story. America has this kind of, the United States, my own country has the same type of story. And you can't really look at a history book or the history of a country without realizing certain ways that people were treated. And this movie really touches on that, and specifically not just everybody, but how women were treated. And so this movie is actually about a high-ranking governor who basically disagrees and wants to free slaves in this province of Japan, I guess. And he is basically arrested, and his family is exiled because of just the fact that he wanted to do that. And the movie is about the consequences of him standing up for that. And it really follows the children, the daughter and the son, and them growing up, being sold to slavery and their struggles. But it's really powerful. It's a really powerful story because it really touches on something about the human spirit, that need or that hope in the human spirit to really persevere and survive no matter what. And I've always been drawn to films like that. This film is very, depressing, but not overly melodramatic in the way of afterwards you feel like you want to jump out a window. You know what I mean? Like some movies you're like, oh my gosh, I feel like I want to kill myself after watching that. It's handled in a very, very well directed and well done way to where you definitely feel emotionally connected to the film. It's a very powerful experience, but you walk away knowing that you were just touched by something very powerful, but not to where it'll just affect you in like a really bad way. And that's one thing I really liked about this film. It's really subtle in how it approaches things. And it's just, it was one of those films that when I was done watching it, I was like, man, that was amazing. But I could not stop thinking about it. But it's not like there was these huge action scenes and stuff like that in the film. Or even, some movies have just like different scenes that stand out. This whole movie stands out. And so it's not like I left with just like I wasn't thinking about certain scenes. I was thinking about the entire film, and my love for it just kept multiplying and multiplying the more I thought about it. To where it's one of the best Japanese films I've ever seen, and one of my favorite films I've ever seen out of the last few years. And it's basically what sums it up about how some of the characters are treated and all that kind of stuff. It's basically summed up. One of the things that the son was told by his father before everything went on, basically about keeping your honor and all that kind of stuff, is that he says, remember, son, basically he says, remember, son, without mercy, man is like a beast. And it's about, having mercy for your fellow human beings and all that kind of stuff. And it's a very, very powerful film. And touches on slavery, how women are treated, and just standing up for what is right. And I just love it for that. And so I'm going to give this film a complete 10 out of 10. And this is different. I've given a lot of films 10 out of 10. This is something, I don't think I've quite seen a film this amazing since, I've seen like Seven Samurai or even other films. This is something different. This is definitely an important film, and I'm really glad it was made available. So I really think you guys, if you have not seen this film, should give it a shot and watch it. So until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. And don't forget, there's 3 ways to doing things: the right way, the wrong way, and the Chattaway. See ya.